What is popping, everybody? My name is Eden, and welcome back to the Original Fashion Tarot channel. Today's video will be on Cancer, whose mythology roughly equates to Poseidon, my personal favorite of the Olympian gods. Don't tell them so yourself, because I don't want to make any enemies. Especially not Athena. She's a little too crafty to be making an enemy of. But no, yes. Personal favorite of the Olympian gods. He is the Earth Shaker, the Stormbringer, the Father of Horses, God of the Sea. Needless to say, he's done quite a few noteworthy things. He is also the brother of Zeus and Hades, and quite brilliant, actually, as a tactician. He's had to defend his home under the sea many times. Ever heard of Atlantis? That was one of his old homes. So, yeah. I'm sure there's 100 more out there in the sea. Without further ado, though, let's get right on into this, Cancer. Hope you are having a fantastic Monday so far. And, yeah, let's do it. Starting off, Pan Symphony. Okay, good start. Good start. You're letting loose a little bit here. You're letting loose a little of your wild side. You're getting out in the world. You're getting out into the world. You're getting into nature again, which is good, which is great. Let's see. I'm not sure where this is going, though. Closest acquaintance? The Fury's Pursuit. Okay. So, your friend here wants justice for something. And, you've already gotten your penance. Like, you've already won your battle here, per se. You did what you set out to do, and you're done now. So, I don't know what they're after, but they might be after you, they might be after someone else. I'm just not sure where this is going, to be honest with you. Let's see. Where's your head at? Helen's Choice. Now that's an easy one. Are you going to help them on their quest for justice, for vengeance, for whatever they're after here, on their pursuit? Or are you going to leave them on their own here and attend to your peace? We shall see. Where's your head at? No, where's your head at? What's around you, sorry. Is Tantalus' punishment. Oh, dear me. Focus. No glare, please. Thank you. There you go. That's better. Tantalus' punishment. Um, this is a card of Eternal Want. Temptation, frustration, and Eternal Want. Tantalus, if you don't know the old legend, cheated death. Twice. Yes, that's right. He cheated death twice. The story is a little bit unbelievable, and to be honest, I'm not even sure it actually happened. But if it did, it's both hilarious and quite frightening, you know? But, long story short, on the third time he made it to the underworld, he would not be escaping so easily. When he went to the underworld the first time, he would have just gone to the fields of Asphodel, had a nice, peaceful rest of eternity. He would have been fine. But on his third trip to the underworld, Hades devised a special punishment for him for having escaped death twice. He put Tantalus in the fields of punishment with a rock and a hill. And he told him, push this rock up the hill, and your punishment's done. Or push this rock over the hill, I should say. If you push it over the hill, your punishment's done. And he's like, oh, sure, no problem. But then he tried to push the rock up the hill. And he made it all the way to the top, and just as he was about to push it over the edge, he came crashing down. And he's like, oh, jeez, okay, no problem, I'll do it again. And he started doing it again, and again, and again. And then he realized that was his punishment. To come tantalizingly close to victory, but never quite reach it. And the same went for his food and water as well. He would always be permanently thirsty, permanently hungry, quite emaciated, as you see in the image here. So your friend here is feeling like their intent talents is punishment. What they seek is so close and yet so far. So if you ever try to cheat death, remember 10 talents is punishment. And just remember, you don't want to end up like him. No, sir, you do not. What do you want? Cersei's enchantment. Okay, interesting. So you want your friend to stop what they're doing, is the feeling I get from this. You want them to stop doing this to themselves because they've been at this for a while now. They've been on this pursuit for some time. You know, they've been going after this for a while. They've just been doing this for far too long, and you just want them to stop, take a moment to breathe, and think to themselves, "What am I doing?" You know, you want to enchant them into stopping and thinking. Completely understandable. Let's see how it works out for you, though. Who's advising you? Nemesis is justice. There you go. Focus. No glare, please. Come on. Right there you go. Nemesis is justice. You want the scales of justice to be balanced for them, and they want the scales of justice to be balanced for them as well. The problem is that, they want them to be tipped too far in their own direction. You just want to strike a balance. You want them to back away, cut their losses, and run while they still can, essentially. Run away with what they got. But they're bloodthirsty now. They're after vengeance. So we'll see how this works out for you. What's your dilemma? Penelope's faith. You're holding out hope that you can fix them. You can bring them back to the light. You can help them figure something out that's not vengeance. That's not, bloodthirst. It's not tearing themselves up over this, whatever happens. But it's not happening. You're holding out all this hope and patience and you're staying loyal, but they've chosen their path, Cancer. It's time for you to take a stand, I feel. It is time for you to decide whether you will stand with them or whether you will cut them off. Let's see where this goes. Who has the power? The Labyrinth of Minos. They are lost in the darkness right now. You do have the power to pull them out of it, but only if you join them in there first. Experience what they're going through. Take a step in their shoes. Join them on their path, if only briefly, to pull them back out from the brink. You have to experience what they're experiencing here. You have to know what they know. So, yeah, this is going to be a tough one. What's holding you back? Echo's Lament. You don't want to lose this friend of yours. You really don't want to lose them to this. You don't want this to be what tears your friendship apart. And at the same time, you love them. You love this friend. They've been there for you for a long time now. You've been there for a long time for them. But in that same thread, you're thinking to yourself, they're going too far. I can't stop them, and I can't join them. Do I turn my back on them? It's a pretty big decision here, Cancer. You're stuck in a rock and a hard place. See what you do with it. What's being hidden? Persephone's Passage. Interesting little card here. I don't think you've told them yet that you want them to stop. I think, you're just hoping that they will stop on their own. I think you're staying out of this one. I think you're saying to yourself, if I just stay at it, if I just give them time, if I just let them do their thing for a little while, they'll climb out of this by themselves. They're not going to, Cancer. I hate to tell you this. But they aren't climbing out of this one on their own. They need you to save them this time. They need you to pull them out of the path they're on. You gotta try harder. You really do. Can you succeed? Artemis's moon. Mm. So this could mean one of two things. One, you do manage to pull them out of there, showing them what life could be like on your side of the coin, on your side of the grass. You show them what life could be like without vengeance, and, they come back to you. Or you cut ties. You go out on your own, you let them be independent, you let yourself be independent, you sever the last string, essentially, connecting you two. This might be the end of a sad story here. What happens in the end? Phaethon's ambition. You tried to pull them out of the darkness, and they didn't want to be pulled out. Not yet, anyway. You two are cutting ties. This is the end of a friendship, Cancer. And I'm sorry I can't give you better news than that. I'm sorry this is not a happy reading, but not every reading is going to be happy. And for you, Cancer, this is the end. This is the end of a friendship. I'm so sorry. When's this all happening? Hydra's challenge. Yeah. This has been happening for a long time now. They've been set on this course for months now, and it's time that you cut ties. I'm sorry to tell you this, Cancer, because, this has been happening for a long time, and you've finally come to terms with this choice, and I think only now is when you're making this choice. This is all happening right now. So, next few days tops, you're going to have cut ties with them. And again, Cancer, I am so sorry that this has to happen. But they chose their path. They've chosen a path of darkness and vengeance, and they don't want to be pulled out. Not now, anyway. If there's any bit of advice I could give here, keep the door open for them in case in the future they want to make amends and change and be better for you. But for right now, it's time to leave. It's time to cut your losses. Stand down, Trooper. No clarifications needed here. Let me just take you through the story once more. You, for the longest time now, have wanted to just do your own thing. You've wanted to pull your friend out of the darkness, but at the same time, you wanted to live your own life. You've got your own stuff to handle. They have been on a quixotic quest for vengeance, for justice for themselves, for, whatever they seek here. I'm not sure what it is they seek, but they seek vengeance in some form. And that leaves you with a choice. A horrible, horrible choice. Do you leave them to their quest? Do you join them in the darkness and help them? Or do you just stay out of it and wait for them? And they feel like their end goal is so close yet so far. They are faced with Tantalus' punishment. They're stuck in a rock and a hard place, just like you. You wanted to enchant them to come back out of darkness. You wanted them to follow you out, take their hand, and drag them out if necessary. But they were telling you no. They're telling you, I have to have justice. I have to have Nemesis's justice. These scales of justice, they have to be balanced. And they have to be balanced in my favor. You still held on hope for a long time. You've been holding out Penelope's hope and faith for a long time. You've been doing this for months now. And they're just lost in the darkness. They're lost in the labyrinth of Minos. You've tried again and again to pull them out. You've tried not to lose your friends in this darkness. You've tried not to let this happen, but there's nothing you can do, Cancer. And again, I'm so sorry that I don't have better news for you, but it's over. I'm sorry, but this is the end of a friendship. You cut ties, you gain your independence back, you become your best self, and despite trying to pull them out of the darkness, there's a catastrophe, something happens between you two, and it's over. It's over, Cancer. I am so sorry. And on that not so cheerful note, thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video of mine. We're trying to get to the big 1,000 subscribers, people. We're almost at 700 subscribers. 700! That is wild to me. Thank you all so much for the love and support. Thank you for subscribing and liking all this time. And the videos are still coming. I'm not stopping now. You're not stopping now. Let's keep the hype train going. Have a good one, folks.